Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 200, and I believe it's episode 267 of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Kadis, and yesterday's episode, whatever. Today's episode, whatever. I do feel like I am going to kind of lean on y'all, lean on you, lean on this right now, because... Well, I don't know. I'm thinking like sometimes, like there was a time before I had this that I really needed something, and there would be times where I was just like doing nothing, and it would have just been nice to have had something. And I feel like maybe this would have been one of those times. But it's not like nothing's going on with me. I'm ignoring a lot of things. I feel like I should stare the camera down sometimes, you know? So here we are on Keeping It Real. I don't know what to say. I got no idea what to say. But I do want to go, I do want to kind of rip the whole hour. Like, I want to see, like, what happens if I actually, like, when's the last time I think it's becoming too much of a thing for me to just say, screw it. It doesn't matter to me, you know? I still have to go and travel off. I have to go to the bell tower and back still. I slept all day today because I was up late last night. And you know what? I shouldn't have been up late last night. But yeah, I should have. I wanted to be up late last night. It's hard in life because there's never really right or wrongs. You get in these grooves where you think like this is right, this is wrong, and you have all these people that think this and say this and do that, and you can really like build this framework, but there's no guarantee that your framework is correct. It's kind of like the pressure. It's kind of like the massive responsibility that is to be alive. And that's why you see a lot of guys. I was listening to Joe Rogan and Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is a very interesting fella. I'm pretty sure he just did some like press tour. I saw a bunch of other interview things that he went on, and Joe Rogan was probably just one of his stops. But he's just like, honestly, you know what it is? I think a lot of times when I'm on the internet, and I'm on the internet a lot, I'm always relating myself to these people. And I think Matthew McConaughey is like always thinking about what's right and what's wrong. And it's a hard question. I mean, that's a hard thought to always have. Like I've been able to like, oh gosh. Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Growing a beard out, that's for one. I wish we could just joke and laugh. You know, I was thinking today in school, I was like, what if this was a live stream? Because then I would have a chat. And that could be cool. That could be cool. And I think, like, that's what a lot of people do nowadays. Yeah, that could be cool, genuinely. Maybe one day I will make this live. I don't think I'm gonna do it today just because, or while I live here, because I don't have fiber, and that's just gonna make me feel like, I don't know how to explain this, gross, because it won't be the best that it could be with bitrate and all. But I think that might make me enjoy this more. You know, if I'm live. I do still enjoy it. We were supposed to have a guest today. Um, but you know, I kind of goofed when it came to um Yeah, man. 5 minutes just passed. Well, we can do that again. What is it? 12 times. But the urge to like the urge to stop and cut this off and do something else, or like obviously leave it on, but like do whatever I need to do while the camera's running, is very strong. Like I have to go to the bathroom. I could just mess around, watch YouTube and stuff. I might, because it also wouldn't be good for the show to go from like the episode that I've been doing just back again to talking for a whole episode. But then again, it's like, well, that's how I started, right? There was no build up. Like I just said, you know what? I need to do an hour every day of me locked in talking to the camera. And that brought some pretty crazy episodes. I mean, early on, I was like really pouring my heart out on this mic and this camera. And I kind of think back and I wonder, like, is what I learned from that, like, nobody cares when you pour your heart out? I don't know. Part of me thinks that it's like I would fit in just fine with all those people that I see that this is their job. Hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of dollars a month, supporters, sponsors, events. I think that I'm no different at all. Matter of fact, I think I'd be better than a lot of them. But it's almost like there's like, not almost like, I think it's just like a 10,000 episode difference, to be honest. But would it matter if 5,000 of those episodes were really bad? Am I really bad? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing, like I didn't say anything. Like I'm just doing homework on the camera or doing this or doing that. I don't know. Part of me lately has been thinking, oh, I'll just wait till I have guests on. But I don't think I can really say that or do that. I don't think that's like fair. I don't think that's in my best interest. I think that's like self-sabotage. Because that's like if you're running, if you're exercising and you're just like, "Oh, I'll just wait till." Like you can't, like you have to go now. You can't wait, you have to go now. And I think what's going on right now is I am continuously gearing up to last the full 1 hour with my voice in this mic. And I'm also thinking to myself, okay, but there will be no pride at the end. Like, I'm going to finish this and I can't allow myself to say like, nice job. Like you did your first Keeping It Real episode where you, in a while, probably like 20 episodes, where you address the audience fully for the entire 1 hour, what it's supposed to be. Because it's what it's supposed to be. Like you don't want to congratulate a little kid for cleaning up after himself when that's what's expected of him. Or do you? And I guess the truth of the matter is, if I end up finishing this episode off strong and I say goodbye to the camera, we're past the 1 hour mark. The pride, it's like pride isn't really it's almost like it's not even, it's baked into you. Like the feeling will rise in my chest. Like it will all resurface. Like Keeping It Real is what I'm doing. Keeping It Real is what I care about. And I just rocked out an episode, and I can't help but feel really good about myself. But I feel like I expect myself to push against that feeling and be like, okay, what's next? How do I gear up to do it again in tomorrow's episode? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what. Oh, by the way, I asked a black person what they thought of my name change. I'm asking GPT what they think about changing my name, if they have any suggestions to what I could change it to. I told my mom, I was like, I would love to call the show Nigga Please. Nigga Please with Jack Kadis. And then I'm thinking like, well, my family, that would be really bad. I was like, the N word with jackkadis maybe, if I don't want to, or like it can be nigga with the I as a asterisk, like censored. Um, because I've been looking at a lot of Nick Fuentes, and it's all inspiration. I mean, I refuse to believe like this started with Casey Neistat. I made some Instagram videos like Vsauce. Like it's always been these great people that I've always been like in the back of my mind, you know, in the back of my mind. I'm not sure if anyone's caught up with recent events in like pop culture, but the gentleman who sung that song, David with a 4 instead of the A, actually killed the girl that he's singing about, and she was like 13. Um, yeah, so that's horrible. That's horrible. But that actually relates because we had a lookalike, or I met a lookalike on my night out Saturday night to David. So all night we were singing that song to him. It was very funny. And at the end of the night, he's black. So I was like, dude, you got to tell me. My mom told me that because my mom was like, no, you can't. You cannot. You can't rename your show to that. You can't call your show Nigga Please. It would be Nigga Please with Jack Kadis. And I said, I don't think I said this to her directly, and she's going to hear it now because she's the listener of the show. But I said, or I thought at least, I tried not to think. I really tried to hear her out the best that I could, but it's the thought that was creeping in the back of my mind, like, Mom, like, this is the new age. Like, in 20, 30 years, they will look back on this show and the name change and who I am, and they'll be like, he was so forward thinking. Nowadays, these words don't matter, but back then, it'll be like a piece of lore. Like, back then, that used to be such a big deal. And I honestly feel like if I were to do it right now and change the name right now, I would even be late to that party. There's plenty of people that are white guys that are saying that word, and I think they really feel the same as me, but they wouldn't say it the same way. I think, and Nick too, I think Nick has a lot more, I don't know if I want to say like trauma. I think we all have trauma. He's just been through a lot of different stuff where, I could never steal his flow. I could never steal Casey Neistat's flow. I could never steal Vsauce's flow, no matter how hard I tried. I mean, you see guys out there trying to go 1-for-1 with the big dogs like Mr. Beast, and it's like that's their entire path. That's their entire wavelength is like, how can I get as close to this person's flow as possible? And you'll never be able to do it. You'll never be able to do it. But I can't help but take certain inspirations. And I've told people again and again and again because they say, or they actually don't say, to be honest, but I'm quick to sort of say it for them. I'm like, well, you might ask me why does Nick Fuentes interest me so much when his speech, if you read a transcript, it's so deeply hateful. Well, if you watch the stream and you watch the video, I have never tuned into a stream. But if the clips I see and all this, he's so I don't know, relaxed. Like it seems like he's just so at peace with being so different. And that's kind of like as I'm pushing forward with this, I'm seeing it all in a different light. When I started, it was like a lifestyle. Like Casey Neistat was a really hard worker, right? So it's like I pursued hard work. And that has become baked into the fabric of what I do here. I mean, here, like, why else would I be striving for an hour? Like, why not just make another lousy 1-hour video where I'm filming the ceiling fan? But then it was like Vsauce, he educates. He provides value to the viewer. It makes you think about what you're doing here on this earth, what it means to be human. And it's like I don't care. Like, it's not all about me. I don't want to work hard just to work hard. I want to provide value to people. And now it's this guy, Nick Fuentes. I just can't stop watching him. And I feel like it's becoming this thing where it's like I want to selfishly maybe just feel proud of myself. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know what it is about Nick Fuentes that I'm trying to grab. It's honestly more abstract than either two of those people in the past. Maybe just because it's currently in the present. Seriously, more time might very well just give me the answer that I'm trying to get off my tongue. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. I asked him, we were at a cookout bench, and I asked what he thought of the change. I was like, I have a podcast. It's called Keeping It Real, but ChatGPT made that name. What if I called it Nigga Please? And he was like, whoa, you can't do that. And I was like, damn. That sucks. Can't do that, I guess. But bro, like I feel like he just said that out of I feel like honestly, I'm being so for real right now. I feel like he just said that out of what am I trying to instinct? Like a lot of conversation, especially that late at night or anytime ever throughout the whole day. When you're in public, you rely very much on your muscle memory. So when a question like that is asked, I mean, that's something that you probably never like what's your opinion on this crazy social taboo thing? You're very quick just to be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got flashed once on a balcony on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, and I know that I love boobs, but it happened to me, and I was like, whoa, and I looked away. Because it's like when someone's naked, you don't, it's like you don't want to look at them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, honestly, I still think that would be the best name ever. But we'll just mess around. We'll ask ChatGPT, what could I change my podcast name to? Unfiltered, the real deal, no script needed, raw talk daily, beyond the filter. No. So Nick Fuentes' show is called America First. And I like that name a lot because he's just so I like him. I just like him. Consistency every damn day, 1 hour daily, relentless, the daily grindcast, clocked in, the mirror, think out loud, inner dialogues, the search, mind over mic, the third place, voices in the void, call and response, between us, the commons, just Jack, the Kadis report, Jack unplugged, Jack in real time, life according to Jack. None tickle my fancy. Yeah, none tickle my fancy. Maybe think more like an America First with Nick Fuentes. Or maybe something crazy like is it going to say I can't? Oh, it's thinking longer. I wonder if nigga will flag it. I do have to go to the bathroom. I could pause this. I don't know. I'm like pretty. It's been 20 minutes, and I'm like, nah, dude, make it the whole hour. Make it the whole hour. Make it the whole hour. I could. This is really helping me because this show just really helps me. I feel like. I'm down to push the edge with you, but I won't help with slurs or anything that leans on extremist branding. It'll nuke distribution, sponsors, and discoverability on big platforms anyway. Man, I've never disagreed with ChatGPT more. We can still get that dangerous honesty / dissident energy without cratering your reach. Try these. Say the quiet part, cancel me later, no filter, no fear. Flagged content, Jack no chaser, off the leash, the line crosser, uncanceled. Spicy takes only. Main Street Mike, Town Square, Common Sense Radio. Yeah, because this is because what Nick does, Nick is very much I hate to say, Nick is very much like Hitler. He he has a spectrum of followers, and they get very extreme. The Main Street Mic, the Town Square, Common Sense Radio, American Plain Talk, Front Porch Sessions, the People's Mic, Blue Collar Brain, Out of line, the dissident anti-institution, the unapproved opinion, against the grain, forbidden takes, contrarian hour, thought crime, streetwise and irreverent. Miss me with that. Say less, mean more, cut the cap, do it live, spare me Jack, hot mic, cold truth. After hours, what is third rail? What does third rail mean? An additional rail supplying electric current. I like third rail. What is third rail? Third rail comes from subway systems. The third rail is the one carrying the live high voltage electricity. Touch it and you're zapped instantly. Over time, it became a metaphor in politics and media. A third rail issue is one that's so controversial or untouchable that bringing it up is considered career suicide. Oh, oh my God. I think you and I are witnessing something live right now. Or am I just excited because I'm doing another Keeping It Real episode? Should I do a 30-day thing where like I give myself 30 days to think over third rail? People saying things like Social Security is the third rail of American politics. So if you called your podcast third rail, you'd be signaling this is where conversations go that others are afraid to touch. It's sharp, a little dangerous, and instantly communicates taboo honesty. Want me to sketch out a sample cover art? Yeah, do it. Why not? Oh, I think I found it. The third rail. Or just third rail. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. What happens if you search third rail? Third rail podcast. Because there's already the third rail podcast. Was it updated recently? 106 subscribers. 9 days ago, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Damn. Added 5. They've been going for 5 years? But you can't be scared of that because they sure as hell don't go every day. Looks like they go once a week. Yeah, these are once a week kind of guys. The Don Lemon, A Million Body Problem. That's the third rail saying white people have interests. Oh, this is good. Yeah, but do I want it like this? Could very well be like Keeping It Real was a very good choice, and like not Keeping It Real, but like to have GPT make the name of the show and just choose like one that sounded okay. Keeping It Real was a very good choice because I think it detaches it and it's like I'm allowed to hate it, but I won't change it because it's like it's also very like it's very it would suck if further down the line, someone says, I wonder what this guy's first episode was. And then they came to what is Keeping It Real episode 267, but, like the third rail episode 1. Like that wouldn't be intuitive. That's a deterrent. But I love the third rail. Holy cow. The third rail with Jack. I mean, I like that a lot. Maybe it could be like, Keeping It Real could be like where guests come on, and the third rail could be my solo address. That could be cool. I don't know. I wonder what this like. What do they sound like? Also, is this just came like as the second link? So I bet you this isn't even the only show called The Third Rail. Whoa. Oh my God, they have such a good intro. They've compiled. You can't hear it right now, but I'm listening to it. They have compiled a bunch of clips of famous people saying the third rail. punk rock podcast? What's a punk rock podcast? Okay. The third rail. Yeah, it's all the same. RSS.com. Oh, third rail with a 3? Season 1. January 28th. June 3rd. These guys gave up. January, March. Well, maybe not, but um, the third rail podcast, Substack. Oh my God, it's just like. But all of it has too many words. Like third rail with Jack Kadis, it's just 5 words. One of them's with. Like you could just get rid of the with. Third rail Jack Kadis. It's less words than keeping it real. That's huge. Keeping it real is 3 words. Doesn't need to be. Like ideally you'd have it be 1 word. Like you see all these big billion-dollar corporations like Facebook. Technically it was 1 word, but it's 2 words stitched together. They go to meta. You know? Like this is good. This is third rail. Like that, like, ooh, it tingles me right. Like I feel like no one's out here doing it. Let me talk to ChatGPT. I love the third rail. But it looks like the name is already in use. Could you do a search and tell me about that? How well known are the people that are already using it? Did a light search and it looks like they do weekly. And I do this every day. You know what I am saying? Let me know. Still got to go to the bathroom. We're hitting the 30-minute mark. The third rail by Borosi Spectre, deep dive, frequency. They have 300 plus. The third rail, regular episodes, real audience, likely already building recognition. Smaller, more niche, but still active. Different content and audience, but same name. How risky? Name overlap. There are multiple podcasts with similar names. This means listeners might get confused. Some shows might show up when people try to search. I wonder how long it would take me to climb Google results. Yeah, I am gonna take a break. Maybe this is like I failed, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. It'll probably be 5 minutes. I'm not gonna cut it out either. You can skip ahead if you'd like. I'm back. Be honest, did you miss me? We're not gonna change the name of the show. I mean, like, really? Like, let's change the topic. The third rail. The third rail daily. The, the, the egg baskets with Jack. I mean, um, I am like definitely losing. I was also thinking I could do like a tour. I don't know. I felt like I've let this all slip through my fingers, and the numbers are down, and school's piling up, and it's just like way to like I don't know. I have this food here. What am I watching? Okay, you know what I might do? Because what makes most sense is like I'm like, oh, I should like it's coming up on a year of um keeping it real. Like I should have all these old guests back on. But what I'm actually probably gonna do is push back the old guest another year, and then spend this year just so locked in this chair. Like like every day needs to be. I'm talking same time, same time. Like wake up early, sit and do keeping it real. Uh, that could be huge. Imagine if I did this first thing in the morning. Like we're coming up on a year anniversary of the show. So imagine if I took this next year and what if I did like 2 hour episodes every day and I actually spoke through them for the entirety? That could be crazy town. And I might.
This has been 267, 67. See you tomorrow.